The mission of the Church of Jesus Christ is to make disciples and to see them built up and grown. A parachurch organization, I would be concerned, could take away from the priority of the local church in the life of a believer.
I just wanted to ask a question about Parachurch Ministries, actually, and I just kind of wanted you to talk maybe about their advantages and disadvantages, because I feel like they're capable of achieving a lot of good, but at the same time, I feel like their relationship to the actual church can be kind of unclear.
That's a great question and a timely question, because even right before coming here, I spent some time with the men that started our seminary training class tonight at our church. And what is a seminary but a parachurch type organization? We have to be cautious with parachurch organizations. Number one, oftentimes parachurch organizations, and that's a broad umbrella term that could include everything from a seminary to a homeless shelter to everything in between, right? So the mission of the Church of Jesus Christ is to make disciples and to see them built up and grown. A parachurch organization, I would be concerned, could take away from the priority of the local church in the life of a believer. We see that often on college campuses where, and I'm not naming names or calling anybody out in our context, but I do know that in college towns, parachurch organizations that have kind of a cool hip thing happening on campus take away from vibrant involvement of college students in their local church. That's very problematic. We're going to be careful as a church, as we historically have been, about who we partner with. When you start marrying up with a parachurch organization that might have some doctrinal differences, and in some cases very significant doctrinal differences, you can confuse your members, you can compromise your statement of faith, and you can see your own church getting off mission as the various resources, namely people, sometimes financial resources, sometimes human resources, us, are diverted to those parachurch ministries rather than to the local body, which is the body of believers that you're called to prioritize. Where I stand is there are going to be times where personally, maybe in the outflow of what you have left after, being involved in your family and in your local church, if you have some extra bandwidth, I can see why certain people would get involved with certain ministries. And I just came from our Shepherd Seminary kickoff where we have men who have extra time outside of church to study in this parachurch organization called the seminary. So I'm obviously not blanket opposed to the idea, but I think you have to be very selective. We as a church have to be selective. Individual believers have to be selective.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but I think we like the parachurch ministries that equip people to serve in the church.
Absolutely.
Like Shepherd's Theological Seminary and others out there.
Thanks for reminding me. Even tonight when I prayed for that kickoff, I reminded the guys there that the seminary serves the church, not the other way around.
Yeah, they view it that way too.
And they do.
Yeah.
They do, which is why we can partner with them.
Right.
They see it that way.